Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Thursday, February 6th. Your Jacksonville Jaguars, they have hired their third coordinator, right? They have hired their offensive coordinator, Heath Farwell, and Anthony Campanile already in Duval. Now you've got Grant Udinski, Jaguars' brand new offensive coordinator. And this is a very, very young coach, probably the youngest coach the Jaguars have ever hired in such a capacity. At 29 years old, Grant Udinski comes over from the Minnesota Vikings. He is now your Jacksonville Jaguars offensive coordinator. Welcome to Duval, Grant Udinski. So Udinski was a college football defensive player, right? Since kind of joining the coaching ranks in the NFL, specifically with the Vikings, he's been all on the offensive side of the ball. So this is a guy that has a mind for the game. Again, extremely young, just turned 29 years old. About 5 years younger than me, 4.5 years younger than myself, which is absolutely wild to think about. Having a offensive coordinator that young. But there's no question he's viewed as one of the up-and-coming guys in the league. And you now have your defensive coordinator and Anthony Campanile. He's filled out a lot of his staff with his top guys, secondary, linebacker, defensive front, and those are not official yet by the team, but the Jaguars did officially announce Grant Udinski as their offensive coordinator. I think they probably wanted to get the coordinators in, and then they can start to release the entire staff is probably how they'll end up doing it after they announce each individual coordinator to kind of give them their time in the sun from a media standpoint. But the Jaguars, they agreed to terms last night. Jags released the press release at about 11:30 at night, so 11:26 p.m. I was asleep last night at 11:26 p.m., so I'm getting y'all this morning here. Now, what Liam Cohen had to say about this, not like an extensive talk or anything, but he said, Grant will bring a wealth of knowledge, energy, and a winning mindset to help lead our offense here in Jacksonville. He's a rising star in the league that has been a pillar of success to the Vikings organization, and we cannot wait to have him lead our offense. So, a couple things to keep in mind here when you're talking about Jaguars offensive coordinator. Liam Cohen is still going to be the play caller. First and foremost, that is something to keep in mind. This is not going to be a Doug Peterson, Press Taylor situation. Liam Cohen is going to be the offensive play caller for your Jacksonville Jaguars. And I know that's vital to what a lot of fans kind of view this thing. And look, that's what Shad Khan wants as well. There's no question about that. And you look at what Trevor Lawrence asked for earlier this offseason. He said, selfishly, biasedly, he would love to have a young offensive coach to be the head coach that they can really grow this thing out long term. Not only does he get that, but he gets a young offensive coordinator to work with as well. And Grant Udinski, when you look at his resume, Baylor 2019 grad assistant after playing from 2015 to 2018 in college, started his career at Davidson and then finished at Towson 2016 to 2018. Right into coaching, grad assistant at Baylor, Carolina Panthers as a coaching assistant from 2020 to 2021. Matt Rule brought him to Carolina, and then the Minnesota Vikings went and got him Kevin O'Connell, big fan. I know one of Kevin O'Connell's assistants kind of recommended him. They brought him in, and he was the assistant to the head coach in special projects in 2022. In 2023, assistant quarterbacks coach, and in 2024, assistant offensive coordinator and assistant quarterbacks coach. And now Jacksonville Jaguars 2025 and moving forward, he is your offensive coordinator. So what can you say? Well, this guy doesn't have play calling experience. Guess what? He's not going to be calling plays in Duval, right? You've got Liam Cohen for that. So I think this is a really good hire. And if things go the way the Jaguars expect them to, with the young talent that they have, with the coaching they now have in place, I don't know how long Udinski's going to be in Jacksonville for, because there's a good chance that if things go well here, he could be one of these names as a hot rising potential head coach. He got 4 offensive coordinator interviews this year at age 29, under 30 years old. So somebody who he's moving on up. And I think the Jaguars caught him at the right time, getting him in here as the offensive coordinator. Has only been in the NFL since 2020. Has only really had a, other than coaching assistant and assistant to that coach in special projects, he became assistant quarterbacks coach last year. And so just looking at what Minnesota has done since he's been there, they've been a very stable franchise despite making a lot of big shifts. Like they shifted away from Kirk Cousins, right? And they were able to get big performances, not only out of Sam Darnold this year, which was absolutely incredible. Because I honestly believe, and this is not to disparage Sam Darnold, if Sam Darnold goes elsewhere this upcoming season, I do not think you're going to see the same Sam Darnold. I think you're going to see the Sam Darnold that you saw a couple times this year, 3 times this year. Jaguars. I mean, Sam Darnold was horrible against the Jaguars. I think you're going to see that type of performance, Lions type of performance, and then the playoff one, right? I think that what they did with him, and it's not all on Grant Udinski, it's also, Kevin O'Connell and the rest of that offensive staff, and Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and all these guys, right? But that was a really impressive job. And then 2023 was just as impressive when you talk about some of the quarterback performances they got out of guys like Josh Dobbs and others throughout the season. So, yeah, I'm excited about Grant Udinski. We need to learn more about him, obviously. He's got to come in here and do a job that he has not done before at any level, which is coordinate an offense, right? So that's kind of the theme, though, in Jacksonville. You're getting up-and-coming coaches. Liam Cohen is an up-and-coming coach. Anthony Campanile, while he has had defensive coordinator role in college, has not done it at the NFL level. And then you talk about Grant Udinski. The one coach that's like a pillar is Heath Farwell, and I think that that's a great man to have in the building, great coach to have in the building. He's got wonderful specialists in his room, and I think he's going to be a real positive impact on the rest of this football team. And now you look at, you got to fill out the offensive staff again a little bit. Spencer Whipple has been reported that he's going to be the Jaguars quarterbacks coach, which that comes as no surprise with the relationship he has with Liam Cohen. And then you look at the general manager spot. You have a football triumvirate building in Jacksonville. It's EVP Tony Baselli, it is head coach Liam Cohen, and whoever becomes the general manager for this football team. And they are going to have horizontal alignment. It's not going to be Liam Cohen reporting to Tony Baselli or vice versa, or either of them reporting to the GM. All three of them have direct lines to the owner. And so those three people, as much as anyone, more than anyone, have to have alignment and the same and shared vision. That does not mean they need to agree all the time, but it means they have to have the exact same goals, visions, and beliefs in how to get there, right? And they're going to have to come together and make sure that they don't have any sort of divide within that group. That's going to be absolutely critical for the Jacksonville Jaguars moving forward for their immediate and sustained success. The Jaguars are looking to wrap up the general manager search this month. I think that they can probably get it done quicker than that with how they've moved here. They're interviewing Joshua Williams requested to interview Joshua Williams from the 49ers, Chad Alexander from the Chargers, Brown from the Giants, Trey Brown from the Bengals, Ian Cunningham from the Chicago Bears, Ethan Waugh from within their own ranks, and Mike Greenberg dropped out. He's not going to do that. There's rumors about that on the internet. If you want to go check them out about the Bucs maybe not being not playing ball with the Jaguars, which it is what it is, neither here nor there. But Jacksonville Jaguars have hired offensive coordinator Grant Udinski, only 29 years old. It's exciting times in Duval. Lots of up-and-comers, lots of really bright, innovative minds that are making up this coaching staff. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.